Thank you very much. With more details. Now, the NIA investigation has also revealed that the terrorists were in contact with their handlers in Pakistan occupied Kashmir, from whom they were reportedly receiving the instructions. The group is believed to have been working on the instructions of an LET network operating out of POK. Ajay, as now in fact what we are learning is also that terrorists were in touch with the Pak handlers. This is not in fact a kind of shocker, as already the Indian security agencies have been believing this, but what is the latest that you are picking up? All right, now it has been 10 days. It has been 10 days since the terror attack in Pahalgam, and as the nation mourns the loss of 26 innocent lives, India has made it abundantly clear that India is going to hit back strong and make sure that the terrorists face unimaginable punishment. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has held back-to-back super cabinet meetings with the top officials to review the India's security preparedness. As the thorough investigation continues, the NIA chief has made big revelations, including the fact that the terrorists were present at the Baisaran Valley 2 days prior to the heinous attack. Meanwhile, Pakistan is on their own trip with their top officials, claiming that they are victims of terrorism. They are pointing fingers at the US, accusing the Indian government of a false flag operation. That's not all. The media is rife with lies. On that note, welcome to another episode of Jhootistan, where we debunk the propaganda being peddled by Pakistani media outlets. This is inspired by the All India Radio's campaign during the 1965 Indo-Pak War. Back then, All India Radio countered Pakistan's false narratives and exaggerations with a program called Radio Jhootistan and Radio Guppistan. Now let's take a look at what their news outlets are reporting in the latest, specifically as the media coverage of this attack is concerned. All right, viewers, now you can see on your screens that this is one of the national daily of the Pakistan Airwide News, which has said that Pakistan's envoy discusses South Asia security situation with, in fact, India. And as Dawn paper also says that the FO snubs Indian media reports. All right, viewers, on that note, in fact, let's also take a look at the All right, Professor Madhav Nalapat, who's a editorial director, joins me live on the broadcast with more, in fact, clarity on how exactly the narration and the kind of perspective that has been thrown and peddled by Pakistan on the media coverage looks like. Professor Madhav Nalapat, thank you very much for joining us live on the broadcast. Appreciate your presence. Now, in the line of the ceasefire violations that have been continued and monitored at several sectors of the LOC, line of control, what also seems as very surprising, not even for the first time, by the national daily outlets, the websites, and there are several publications which have been spreading misinformation and also peddling lies, including misinformation over their propaganda against India, crying being as victims of terrorism. How do you react to it?
As you said, the aggressor becomes the victim in Pakistani propaganda, and not a bit of Pakistani propaganda is to be taken seriously. We have been judged by their actions, and the actions have been very negative, very unfriendly. So we have to understand the situation and take counter steps, and I'm very certain the government of India is doing that. As for what, as you correctly call Jhootistan is saying, I think you don't take a Jhoot seriously, and if you do, you'll get into trouble. If you ever take Pakistan seriously, you'll get into serious trouble with the analysis. So my advice is, don't take anything they say seriously. Look at what they do and react to what they do. Thank you.
Nalapur, thank you very much for being with us on the broadcast and in fact sharing your take. Well, on that note, viewers, that was all the news of the nation and the world. We'll continue to track all the developments very closely. Till then, stay with us, viewers.